Let's talk here. You're funny. Do not touch. Do not touch. Do not. I can't do this because you are favoring people. Everyone is a taxpayer. I can't. Everyone is a taxpayer. You're not favoring people. You're not
All right, fellas, this is a story that happens very recently, and we can get an opportunity to talk about it. I think this is a great opportunity. Okay. The sister you see is East African. Cannot really tell where she's from. Probably from Somalia or Kenya or something, but it's somewhere definitely. She also could be from Burundi or Rwanda or whatever, but definitely somewhere around East Africa. She's a Muslim, as you can see. She was trying to board a flight, traveling to another place. I believe, you know, when you get tickets, when you book multiple flights with your family, she was traveling apparently with her husband, and they got to Ethiopia. When they arrived to Ethiopia, she was disembarked because the minister had to take place and sit on a plane. Did you hear that? So this sister was disembarked from the flight that she paid for many months ago, a flight she booked. As you can listen to her, she says she already knew. I mean, when you have multiple flights, you already know where you're going to be sitting. Okay, it doesn't happen all the time, but sometimes you already know which seat you're picking because you're paying for it. So she was disembarked from the flight because the minister, who's a special human being better than you, can enter the flight while you've already paid your ticket, and was abandoned at the airport. As you can see, this is Ethiopian Airline. I always have a lot of respect for this company. I felt like they've done a lot for Africa, but not this way. Okay, I think what makes somebody big is not what they possess or their achievements. What makes somebody big and respectable is how they treat people who can do nothing for them. And this lady did not do nothing for Ethiopian Airline. Even though one ticket is minuscule, doesn't mean anything compared to all the money that Ethiopian Airline or Airways can make. But she's still somebody. That's money off her pocket she spent to book this flight. I mean, she could have taken another flight. Rwanda also has a good a company. She could have taken South African Airways. She could have taken Airlink or any other flight, but she chose Ethiopian, and this is the treatment she got. I mean, this is unacceptable. Being pulled away like a thief, like a criminal. This is how you treat criminals in an airplane. When criminals in an airplane illegally in the country, this is how they pull them off. Or when they try to deport somebody who refused to leave, this is how they look like. Now, you made the citizen look this bad, this stressed. I don't know what she was going through. You don't even know if she was going to bury somebody wherever she's going. So you don't know the level of stress she's engaged in already, and you disembark this lady because the minister has to travel. Why doesn't the minister have a governmental flight or a special flight? Because he's so important. Because he's so important. Why isn't there like a special flight allocated to the minister? Why didn't the minister, if he's got all this team of people that work for him, the PA, I suppose, couldn't book a flight early enough to save a minister from shame? Let's watch what she has to say.
Aisha, you were the one I recorded in that video.
Yes.
Were you a standby passenger?
We had multiple city tickets, and in all our tickets, I already have my seats reserved. So I already knew when I get on the plane which seat I would be sitting on throughout all my planes, my travel.
She already knew in what seat she was sitting. So she's clearly organized. You know, some of people are not organized. You don't even know where you're going. You're traveling with somebody and you're asking, when are we coming back? Or where are we going? Well, this lady's organized. She knows that which seat in her aircraft she will be sitting at. Her and her family.
When did you book these tickets?
I booked them around, I think it was 5th of March.
So you had these tickets for months?
For months, yeah.
With seats on them?
With seats on them. And we only get to find out at the gates that our tickets are on standby, which we weren't informed at the check-in when our bags were being checked in. Nobody said anything. Our bags came to Nairobi that day.
Did they ever apologize to you?
No, not at all.
Have you heard from anybody at Ethiopian Airlines?
They have not tried to contact me, to reach out, no apologies. I mean, it's horrible.
They didn't even apologize. Like, yeah, get off. The minister's coming in. You nobody. We don't give a continental about you. Sit there. Bye-bye. No one is going to come to you and ask you if you're okay. No one's going to come to you ask you if you have a chronic disease and needs medication. Maybe you don't have any more stock. Nobody's going to ask you whether you got certain condition and you need something special. Nobody asks you nothing. They treat you like a cow. That's it. Watch.
How did you know there was a minister on the plane?
I was told by one of the staff members of the Ethiopian Airline. They said that the reason why you cannot fly right now is because a minister has boarded the plane last minute.
The reason why you cannot fly right now is because the minister has boarded the plane last minute. Who the hell is a minister? He's a minister for him and his family. We don't give a... I'm sorry, I was going to be very rude. Let's continue.
Therefore, you guys cannot fly, and we will put you on the next available flight. When I asked, is that tomorrow or when is that, they're like, we can't guarantee you the next flight.
They can't even guarantee you the next flight.
So you would just have to wait and see.
My video is only 37 seconds. What happened after the video stops?
So when the video stops, I was taken off the plane. My husband was also traveling with me. He was kept outside the plane, which you didn't manage to get in your video. Police came, the Ethiopian authorities came. They told us that we had to delete all our videos.
Jeez, she was thrown out of the flight. Thrown out of the flight by force. Let me just ask you a question. Do you think Ethiopian Airline will throw a a white British person out of a flight? Or a German? Or a Norwegian? They will never do that. They will never do that. Never, ever, ever, ever do that. Let's watch.
They made you delete the video that you were recording?
Yes, so the airline and the Ethiopian police were together. The Ethiopian police told us, give us your phone because this is against the law. We didn't want to break the law, we respect the Ethiopian government, so we gave them our phones. They deleted all our videos.
They deleted all their videos. Sound like North Korea. I'm sorry, I respect North Korea for whatever. But yeah, this is personal stuff. Why do you delete? If you have nothing to hide, why do you delete? If you feel like everything you did was correct and justified and lawful, why do you delete? Why do you delete? Look, let me tell you something. I went to Ethiopia myself and I had my phone with me. And I was doing a little vlog. You know what a little vlog is? A little video of myself, which I'm going to share with my family and friends. And I was coming down the escalator. And I was like, yeah, we've arrived in Ethiopia. Now I'm waiting for my connecting flight to Dar es Salaam. In front of me, there was Europeans with proper cameras. They were filming. And the policeman came to me and asked me, why am I filming? I'm like, these people are filming. No, you must delete everything. I'm like, this is a cell phone. And that little girl's got a cell phone. That man's got a huge camera. You don't ask them. You're asking me. You don't tell me what to do. You African. I didn't know I was African. He wasn't. That's when I discovered I was African and Ethiopia is not Africa. I'm sorry, fellas. Apparently in Ethiopia, we are Africans. We Africans. We people with the nose like this. We Africans. And the one with the nose like a white man are not Africans. That's my personal experience. So I'm not going to... This is an experience I've had. And I received no apology. So I'm still waiting for my apology. He forced me to delete stuff off my phone. I'm like, I'm not letting you because I'm a big-headed... Trust me. I say, I'm not letting... They came like 12 people trying to force me. I need to show them what I filmed. Well, you know what he said? He said I was filming the soldiers. I'm like, you're such a liar. Where are the soldiers? There's no soldier in here. It's sad. Let's continue.
And then they told us, please give us your passports as well.
I didn't know we were Africans, and they were not.
As well, because the airline would book you on the next available flight, which was in the morning, but that was not booked. So they took our passports, and we never received our passports after that.
So you were essentially stranded at the Addis Ababa airport?
For 24 hours, yeah.
For 24 hours?
24 hours, because we got on the flight in the next evening at 11.
So Ethiopian Airlines said you were put on the next available flight.
So basically, they were stranded at the Ethiopia Addis Ababa airport for 24 hours after they've been disembarked from a flight, not given or propose any, alternatives. Okay, we're disembarking you because the minister's coming. That was super urgent. It's in the name of national security. So, however, we're going to lodge you. We're going to put you in a nice hotel. You're going to have free food and free Wi-Fi. You can relax. And if you need anything, let us know. We have a doctor and whatever available for you. In the next flight, we're going to upgrade you on a business class so you can fly, you and your family. They didn't do that.
Did they give you a hotel?
Not at all. No accommodation, no hotel. There was absolutely no help. They told us, we're not going to give you anything. Just come back to us 6 o'clock in the morning and we'll see if you are able to fly.
So they just left her, let alone, go find yourself, go sleep in a toilet in an aeroplane, wait for 24 hours and come back here. If you happen to be lucky and there's a flight available and there's space, then we're going to put you in. Just like that. I don't know how you feel about this, but this is very discouraging. I think we need to start holding accountable all these big companies that think they are untouchable. I'm sorry, fella. The power of the internet, nobody's beyond. Nobody... I'm telling you from now on, I'm going to be very meticulous about what African aircraft or whatever I'm going to choose. If you don't treat us appropriately because you think we mean nothing to you, then trust me, you're going to mean nothing to us too. There are many alternatives and many other ways of doing things.
How did you feel about that treatment?
I felt scared, I felt terrified, I felt like I was stripped naked because they took my identity card, my passport. So I felt like a criminal because I wasn't able to do anything. I felt like they were showing their power to a civilian.
And this is not the first time. If it's not the company and it's the individual, then train your individuals. Those stewards and flight attendants who think they own the plane. This is crazy sometimes how they speak to you. But you will never see them speak like that to Josh McGregor. Never. It's like, hey, sir, do you want extra piece? We also have champagne. Because she think he's going to love her and take her to Ireland and go leave. What this? God bless.